Hello viewers everywhere. Today's video, to block or not to block. Today I'm giving you ideas about the blocking shot. There are advantages and disadvantages to playing the blocking shot, so there could be a debate on this one. What is a blocking shot and where should you place it? It is a strategic play that is designed to block an opponent's intended line of delivery. This intended delivery could be a firing or weighted shot to break up the head, to take out one of your key bowls in the head, or a trail, or even a draw. It's usually played when you have a good position you want to defend. You're scared stiff, your opponent is going to destroy what you built up. So the blocking bowl is placed somewhere between the mat and the jack on the expected line of your opponent's bowl. It forces the opponent to adjust their line and weight and hence disrupts their rhythm. For the block of a weighted bowl, the nearer it is to the mat, the better. You have to bowl it over 14 metres from the mat, but not too much further than that, because the nearer to the mat it is, the harder it is to get round and get back on your line. Whereas the block of a trail, a gentle take-out bowl or a draw, you will need to get within a yard or so of the head. How easy is it to play and what is the method? Well, first of all, it's not an easy shot to play as you're bowling into a no man's land. The block of a weighted shot is easier because your weight can vary by a metre or two, and because you're halfway down the rink. When you're blocking a trail and you're going near the head, it's much harder to manage that, and if you make errors you're punished more. For example, if you're slightly too wide, then your opponent can use your bowl on the width, and you may over bowl it and run into the head by mistake. When you're bowling in a short bowl to stop the heavy one down the middle of the rink, there's much less margin for error and you're bowling almost back to the centre line. So the adjustment is mainly one of weight. I'll now demonstrate where the block should be for the two shots I've described, for the weighted shot and for the stop the draw. So first of all, we go over and you see those bowls arranged and there's only a small gap to go through. So what is needed is a fast bowl up the middle, but I am going to bowl a bowl somewhere near that mat I've placed, that little towel actually, which would block the fast bowl on its trajectory from the mat through to the jack and the shot bowl. That mat is over 14 metres long, I think it's about 16 metres. So I'm bowling and I'm explaining what I'm going to do, and here I go. It's coming down, it looks slightly wide and it's a good weight I think. So, but I will place it back to where it should go, which is on the mat, and you'll see when I place it there, I'll come back down the green and we'll see where it should have gone, and you can see that now it's there, it makes that shot very difficult to come through. The block near the head will require a small adjustment to reduce your weight and an adjustment on line. Tips on that are in my bowling to on off-centre jack. I'm now moving over to the head on rink 3 again, and I've placed my towel down there in line of the draw, and I'm going to place the bowls there. The draw is and trail through will come through to those black bowls at the back unless you block that route through. So you have to place it in the draw, which is roughly on that towel. So you're going to bowl a little bit wider of the head and about a yard short. So those are the two adjustments you've got to make. Because you've got to make two adjustments, it is a harder shot to play. And again, you don't normally have a towel there to aim at, so you've got to estimate these in your mind. I'm now going to move down to the mat and make this delivery. I'm on the mat and delivering my bowl there. Here it comes. And let's see whether I do any better for this one. Again, I think I've got a good weight, but you'll see I haven't quite come in far enough. So although it's only a foot or so wide, wider than the target, it's probably not that good a bowl because it's left the trail open, and the opponent's bowl could even come off that front bowl. So I'm just showing you there that it has proved more difficult than the one in the centre up the rink. In order to know exactly where to place your blocker, you have to know the line your opponent's bowls take, because they can vary quite a lot. It's not just the way your bowl would move. You have to examine during the game where the skips bowl or the number 3 bowl, how that reacts on the draw as it comes into the jack. When is it used, the block? You use it when you're certain your opponents have a shot that will turn around the head and gain multiple shots, and you're fairly certain that they realise what that shot is. Occasionally, it's not obvious what this shot is, and if you make draw attention to putting a block bowl in a draw or up the rink, then you're immediately showing your opponents what they have to do. And if you don't put the block bowl in the right place, then you've turned it to their advantage. Look at all the options before you block. For example, is there a cover bowl or a back bowl as a better option, or even to bowl into the head? Are you sure that the block is better than those 2 options? So, if you haven't executed it well, your blocking bowl, as I've shown, could be used to assist your opponent by widening the head. On the other hand, even if your bowl isn't perfect, it can disrupt your opponent. It's there, even if it's not in the right place. It's in their eye. So you could argue, do that blocking shot anyway, good or bad. I'm not sure which one I would go. I think that I would weigh up the odds and weigh up the skills of the person doing the block, particularly for the block of the draw shot that you have to place near the head. If your skip is not bowling to a sixpence, so to speak, can you risk them doing a delicate shot like that? Maybe not. Maybe not. For the longer block, I don't think there's a problem. If you're slightly wrong on that one, there's no danger. Remember, every bowl put well in front of the head is one less bowl not in the head or behind the head. So look at these options before you block. Please comment on these and subscribe to get notifications of future videos. Thank you for watching once again, and see you soon. Bye-bye.